38, 22 minutes now before 8 o'clock. Time for a little gold miners chat this morning. Something different. We've got a couple of players in studio with us. The captain, Ashton Amaya, joins us. Good morning, Ashton.
Morning.
And Austin Ramirez makes his first visit to CJKL this morning. Number 21 in your program. Good morning. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I am doing well. So, Ashton from Arizona. Ashton and Alex Sturgeon were in a couple of weeks back. And we talked about hockey in Arizona. Austin from Minnesota. Now, we know, Canadians, we didn't know a whole lot about hockey in Arizona. We know about hockey in Minnesota in the high school scene because we've seen videos, we've seen YouTube stuff, we've seen highlights of the Minnesota high school tournaments that sell out the rink. 18,000 people come out to these high school tournaments. Anybody you grew up with that made a name for themselves in the game that we may recognize here, or most of the guys that you know in college playing college hockey?
Yeah, most of the guys I played with growing up, like I know a fair amount of guys playing college hockey right now. So I don't know if you guys would know any of them, but yeah, no, it was awesome. I got to play with my best buds growing up, like Alex Placentia. I grew up playing with him like my entire life, so it was awesome. Yeah, the state tournament or whatever is sweet. Like they sell 20,000 people there. So that'd be a cool experience. I never got to play there, but I always dreamt of playing.
How far along did you make it in the state playdowns?
There were 6 games to get to the finals, and we only made it to game number 2 at first.
Yeah, bunch of stiffs.
Yeah.
Ashton, last time you were here, something I wanted to ask you and Alex about, but never got to, was this guy in Toronto that, you know, they think he's kind of a big deal, this Austin Matthews guy. I am assuming now, hockey in Arizona, you guys got to know each other, played together, skated together, practiced together, worked out together. What's the story?
Yeah, my Pee-wee...
Get a little closer into the mic.
My Pee-wee year, me and him played together for the Vosha Mustangs.
Okay.
And our coach was his skating coach his whole life, Boris Dorozenko.
Okay.
And he basically brought us along the whole year, teaching power skating, everything, and taught Matthews everything he knows, basically.
So tell me, as Pee-wees, you outscored him?
No.
Well, you can lie to me.
No.
See? Like, nobody listening would know.
We
you could have said, yeah, I had 82 goals that year, and he had 3.
No, he was guaranteed for at least a hat trick every game.
Really?
Yeah, we played on the same line most of the year, but...
So you could tell from a real young age that he had it going on.
Yeah, he was... a lot ahead of the competition out there. Now,
as an 18-year-old or 19 years old now, he's a man-sized kid.
Yeah.
Was he always sort of big for his age?
Yeah, he was
when
always
you guys were growing
pretty
up?
big. He worked out or stayed in shape. Did his training was a lot higher than most of the kids at that age.
Okay. Now, Austin, if you weren't playing hockey, what sport would you be playing?
I grew up playing baseball. My dad made me decide whether hockey or baseball when I was about, I want to say 12.
Oh, really, eh?
I was a pitcher.
Okay.
I don't know how good I was, but I tried. It was pretty fun. But yeah, probably baseball.
And Ashton, what about you?
Probably race motocross.
Oh, really, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Into that?
Yeah, I used to be until I was about 8. I broke my right leg twice.
Ouch.
So I had to cut it off right there.
That put the kibosh to that career.
Yeah.
So you guys, you got a 3-game weekend coming up. You're in Noelville for the French River Rapids this evening, and when French River, this is their second year in the league, when they got their franchise last year, on Facebook, they had posted, you know, when they were signing new players and when they designed their uniforms and whatnot, they were getting the word out, right? So at one point, they posted a picture of their rink. And I'm looking at this. Those are curling rings on the ice. And it struck me as a little bit unusual because it's not something you see every day at every hockey rink. You don't walk into a rink and see curling rings on the ice. What does it do for players when you're playing? Does it throw you guys off? Do you sort of lose your spacing on the ice in the offensive zone or anything like that?
If anything, I think it just makes me laugh. I just look at the rink itself, and I see that. I'm like, what is this right now? That's really it.
But you got to do a double take first time you're walking the rink. Right?
Yeah.
Where's the apart from that rink with the unusual feature of having the curling rings on the ice, what's any other strange rinks you guys have played in over the years that had some quirky things going on?
No, not I can think
Not
of.
really.
A lot of curling. I don't know. In Minnesota, there's a few like curling rinks.
A lot
and
of
everything.
combined curling ice rinks, really, hockey rinks. What about Arizona? Does anybody curl in the state of Arizona?
I'm not sure if curling's big in Arizona.
So you've never seen curling?
No, I've never seen it
in Arizona.
personally.
Do you know of a curling rink in Arizona?
No, but one of the ice surfaces used to have the curling rings on the dots.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay, so there was at least a couple of people that would throw rocks every once in a while
yeah.
in Arizona. Aspirations for you guys. You're playing junior hockey. What's the end goal here? Is it to get into the NCAA, continue your hockey career in college? What's the scoop?
Yeah, I'd probably say Division III right now is my goal, but I guess anything can happen, so we'll see what happens. I have one more year after this,
All right.
so
So would you be looking? Okay, you're talking about NCAA Division III. Would you be looking in your home state of Minnesota, or where
yeah,
would you be
there's
looking?
a few schools like near my house that are interested, so hopefully I can pursue those and end up there.
Because much like Canada, if you stay in the province or in the United States, if you stay in the state you were born and raised in, it's a lot cheaper to go to school, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And what about you, Ashton?
I mean, look
Because
at
this is your final junior year, right?
yeah. Let me look at the D3 offer and see what I get. But if not, maybe just go back home, go to Arizona State or Northern Arizona,
All right.
play with my buddies.
Arizona State now is a hockey program, right?
Yep. They have a NCAA D1 team, and then they have an ACHA Division 1, 2, and 3.
Okay.
And their ACHA Division 1 team, I think, is ranked like top 7 in the nation right now.
Who would have thunk it from the state of Arizona?
Yeah.
How many, if you know, how many Arizona-born players on the roster?
I'm pretty sure. I think the whole team is basically besides like a couple players.
Really, huh?
I know my buddy Johnny. He's the goalie. He's from Chicago. He's down there playing for them. And then a couple Arizona kids I grew up playing with.
All right. Now, for people listening along that are fans of the Gold Miners and fans of junior hockey, give us, we'll start with you, Austin, because I shake my head sometimes when I look at your guys' backgrounds, the number of places you guys have been to and played hockey. Like, where have you been?
Well, up until my grade 12 year, I played high school hockey, and then last year I split time. I played for Neepawa in the Manitoba Junior Hockey League, and then my second half of the year I played actually close to my house, only 3 hours away, for Minnesota in the Superior International Junior Hockey League.
Okay.
So yeah, those were 2 experiences.
And then you wind up here. Now, when you were, say, senior year of high school,
yeah.
okay, and you're looking ahead to what you're going to do and where you may be the following year, was Canada immediately in the picture?
No, I wasn't actually. I only thought there was like 2 leagues up here at first.
Okay.
I was looking at the North American League at first,
Mhm.
and just Neepawa called me probably a month after,
Yeah.
like my high school season, and then I like started doing research. I'm like, oh wow, there's a lot up here. There's a lot of opportunities. So then I started looking into that.
Does it ever dawn on you guys that, well, we're going to a different country. We're going to a foreign land here, and things may be a little, I mean, even though we share language and whatnot, but we're not all the same. You know, we look at things differently in Canada versus you guys growing up in the States. Were there any sort of hesitations of coming north?
I know for my parents, I think they're a little nervous for me, but I don't know. I thought it was pretty cool. Like, I don't know, the movie Youngblood.
Yeah.
Like, I think that movie's pretty sweet, so I thought that'd be a cool experience.
What about you, Ashton, when you decided to cross the border and come north? Any reservations about it, or do you look at it like, hey, this is going to be a cool life experience and an excellent adventure?
The weather change. That was big for me.
Now, you brought up the weather change, so we're going to have to go with this now. What month did you first put long johns on when you came here?
Ram was saying it was mid-September. I don't believe him.
It was.
I think he's lying.
And Austin is also saying that you have been seen with long johns under shorts.
That's correct.
Yeah, it happens.
Have you no shame?
No.
Oh, okay. As long as we've established that. So Noelville for the French River Rapids tonight, 7:30, and then home and home with the Iroquois Falls Eskies here tomorrow night, then Saturday night up in Iroquois Falls. I'm predicting a 6-point weekend. You guys with me?
Yeah.
For sure.
All right, let's get it done. Austin, Ramirez, Ashton, Amaya, the captain of the Gold Miners, thank you so much for doing this, boys.
Yeah, thanks
for getting out of bed a little earlier than normal. I appreciate it. And go get them tonight.
All right,
Two goals for each of you tonight. How's that? Good way to start the 3-game weekend.
Oh
Right?
yeah.
All right, 7:49